Hello, I'm Michael with Writer Sanctuary, and can you make $15 an hour as a level 3 on Textbroker? Now, it's completely possible to make a living off Textbroker, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. So is it possible to bring in a decent wage as a level 3? Well, first let's talk about the open pool. For level 3, to make $15 an hour, you would have to type at least 1,500 words minimum. This could be from a single order or a series of jobs. And if you want to replace a full-time income for the entire day, that's going to be shooting you closer to 12,000 words. This also means that you're aiming for $120 a day. Now, this isn't necessarily impossible for a level 3. It just means that you need to sit and write as much as humanly possible. And to be honest, I don't think I ever hit that much consecutively throughout the entire week as a level 3. But luckily, the majority of the time that I spent as a level 3, I was also working at the school district, so I had that extra paycheck coming in anyway. Another thing you need to consider on trying to reach $15 an hour as a level 3 is the amount of work that's available in Textbroker. Sometimes there might not be enough for you to write. And that right there is why I started writing for Writer Access and Hire Writers and Fiverr. I'd have them all open on my tabs on my browser at the same time, and then I'd just jump back and forth when there was work available. Nowadays, there's usually quite a good flow of work in Textbroker, so I don't know if you'll have to worry about that, but back in the day, I did quite often. So what about direct orders? Now, direct orders can vastly improve your chances of making $15 an hour as a level 3 in Textbroker. This is because you can charge whatever you want for your time. But can a level 3 attract direct order clients? Absolutely. In fact, I have had a few clients that would keep me busy for several months at a time. Now, don't get me wrong, it's quite a bit more difficult for a level 3 to attract a direct order client as opposed to a level 4 or level 5. But as long as you're productive and you have a Textbroker profile that's completely filled out, and you don't have a problem communicating with your clients, it's possible you could pick up a couple of direct order clients here and there. The biggest hurdle is going to be your record, though. Many clients love experienced writers and those who have very low rejection rates. That doesn't mean that they're going to discredit you because you don't have enough orders under your belt. And make sure you're not overcharging direct order clients. If you charge too much, you're going to scare them away. For example, if someone's looking for a level 3 writer but doesn't want to pay for a level 4, you don't necessarily want to charge 1.4 cents because that's what level 4s are. Then again, if the client does like you, they'll probably wind up paying it anyway. I've had several clients where I've increased my pay 2 to 3 times higher than what a level 4 pays. And they would happily pay it because they knew they were getting quality work from me. It's all about reputation. And in the beginning, my initial rate bounced between 1.2 and 1.3 cents a word. This still kept it under level 4, but increased the amount of income that I could make per order. So for 1.2 cents a word, that would change a 800 word article from $8 to one that would pay you $9.60. Now, this slight increase may not sound like a lot, unless you deal in volume. Throughout the entire day, instead of 12,000 words, you would only need 10,000. That's still an incredible amount of typing, but it's not impossible. When writing for Textbroker, I personally average around 1,100 words an hour, and that's including researching and proofreading my work. So what about getting on teams? Teams are easily one of my favorite ways to make money on Textbroker. Usually they pay far better than the open pool, or they often have such easy work that you can just crack them out quick and make tons of money even though they're paying less per word. Now, as a level 3, it's not impossible to find a good team to join. It's just a bit more difficult. Unfortunately, most of the best teams on Textbroker require a level 4 minimum. However, when I first started, I made a couple dollars on level 3 teams. Just make sure you keep an eye on the list of teams as they come. You might come across something that boosts your potential for income and pads your paycheck. What it really boils down to is, what are your goals for Textbroker? Or what are your goals for freelance writing? Are you looking to replace a full-time income, or do you just want a couple extra dollars every week? Your goals are going to greatly affect the amount of work that you put into any platform. For myself, I was looking to replace a full-time income, so I had to prove to myself and my ex at the time that I could sustain it. Of course, back then, this meant that I just needed to bring in $8.40 an hour. That's how much I was making at the school district. So when I first started, I was essentially padding my paycheck every week. 1 to 2 hours here and there throughout the week on Textbroker gave me a little bit of extra money every week for gas and groceries. But it's really convenient when you have that every Friday payout from Textbroker when the school district paid bi-weekly. This means if I needed gas for the weekend, I could rely on that Friday payout from Textbroker. But after putting a half-assed effort for about a little over a year, I was able to prove that I could surpass what I was making at the school district easily. At which point, I quit in 2013, and I've been a freelance writer ever since. My point is that it's possible to pull in a full-time income on Textbroker as a level 3. It just takes a lot of effort, patience, and time. Some of you might be able to crack out 12,000 words in a day. And for those who can, I applaud you for it. Just bear in mind the amount of effort you'll have to put into Textbroker if you want to make a living as a level 3. So how can you reach level 4? Well, the primary factor for reaching level 4 in Textbroker is going to be your rating. This is a score that you get from the editors who review your work. These people will scrutinize the content for quality and will tag you for all kinds of different things. If you have superior quality, you get a higher rating. When I started, I needed at least 4 out of 5 of my previous reviews to score as a 4 or higher in order for me to go up a level. And since these reviews are often random, you'd have to put in quality on every single order you write, which is something I do anyway. But I tell you, I spent a lot of time in Google trying to research all the problems that the editors kept telling me that I was having so I could fix them. And the more you know about writing, the easier it is to get to a level 4. The best piece of advice I could give is to take all of the comments from all the editors for your reviews and research everything you can about how to fix your problem and put it into practice. Open up Notepad and just type something. Create fake reviews. Go to vocal.media and put up a blog post. Just take everything that Textbroker editors are telling you and turn it into a positive. For me, it took a year and a half. So in a nutshell, it's not impossible for a level 3 to hit $15 an hour in Textbroker. It just takes a lot of effort and hard work. In fact, I bet you hit level 4 before you hit $15 an hour. So what's one of the biggest problems you have with trying to reach level 4? Leave in the comments down below. For me, it was all about comma usage, and I had a few things with sentence structure. For the most part, it was just trying to move from Oxford to AP style writing. The serial commas were kicking my ass for more than a year. But once you get all that stuff out of the way, it gets pretty easy after that. So don't try to center yourself too much on trying to make $15 an hour as a level 3. I suggest putting in the effort whatever you can to make sure you hit level 4 as soon as possible. Because once you do that, you can increase how much you make exponentially. I'll do a video about that later on. So if you find the video informative, hit the like button. If you want to learn more about Textbroker, WordPress, Wattpad, or freelance writing, hit the subscribe button. I try to make videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. But that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you next week.